Hey guys, today we are continuing a series that I started a very long time ago, which was Battle of the Top Coats, and I only got a couple videos in, but since then I've been able to try a few more top coats, so I should be able to knock out a few more videos for this. So we're just going to get into it. Today's contender is the Butter London Hardwear PD Quick Top Coat, which looks like this, and the PD apparently stands for pretty darn quick. And yeah, that's what we're going to be talking about today. You can see I've used a fair amount of this bottle. The one thing I want to say before we get into this is that I think Butter London is actually discontinuing this and they have a new top coat. I did find this one still on Sephora's website, and I'm sure you can probably find it on Amazon and stuff, but on the Butter London website as well as Ulta's website, the new top coat is called Hardwear Shine UV Top Coat. So I don't know exactly how different they are. I'd imagine even if they change the formula, they're probably still very similar. But regardless, since this one is still on the market in certain places, I figured I'd still do a review on it. And also, if you haven't seen any of my previous Battle of the Top Coat videos, I'll link them down below so you can check them out. I think I have a playlist of them, so I'll put it down below. And basically, I'm just doing reviews of different top coats to see how they all work. And the biggest rule that I have is I have to use at least half of the bottle of that top coat before I'm able to do a review on it, so that way I really have a good idea of how it works. Price and availability for this top coat. This particular one, the PD Quick top coat, is $19. Yes, $19 according to Sephora's website. I didn't check Amazon or eBay, but I'm sure you can find it on there for cheaper. And this is available at, online or in like more beauty specialty stores because it is a higher end top coat. So Sephora, Ulta, beauty brands, some of those stores that are going to carry high-end makeup. Obviously, the same thing's going to go for the new top coat as well. But again, with online at our fingertips, it's very easy to find this top coat. This particular one is 0.6 fluid ounces, and again it's $19, and their new top coat is actually more expensive from what I found. Again, it's called Hardwear Shine UV Top Coat. That one is only 0.4 fluid ounces and it's $18. So it's only $1 less than this, but you're getting 0.2 fluid ounces less. And I feel like that is a huge difference. In traditional Butter London packaging, it's just in a square bottle with a removable cap. And then you've got the little crown thing there on the lid so you can untwist this. This is a little watery right now because I put some thinner in it because it got thick and I think I put too much thinner in it. So I'm a little upset by that, but if you're kind of looking at it shake around, it's not that fluidy. Pros and cons for this top coat. We will start with the pros. It is very long wearing. It stays shiny, which I really like. I get very few chips when I use this top coat, and it really does do a very good job of prolonging the length of my manicure. I can go 6-7 days with very minimal tip wear and 0 or 1 chip. So it is a very good top coat in that regard. I don't get shrinkage. It is, 5 free, I believe. It might even be like 6 or 7 free. There's so many different numbers that people throw out. 3 free, there's 8 free, that now I've seen 7 free. So there's all kinds of them, but I know that there's no harsh chemicals in this, and it's at least 5 free, I know for a fact. Sephora's website claims that it is exactly all the things that I just said, that it's supposed to be ultra glossy, very long wearing, and chip resistant, and I definitely think that it holds to all those claims. Some of the cons for me, it drags nail art. You have to, even using a light hand, and obviously I know it doesn't claim to do anything for nail art, but I mean, I really think that that should be something that we look at, especially if you're into nail art and that's something you do all the time. So it does drag nail art, so I don't ever use this when I do nail art because, again, it drags it. In this bottle, I don't know if it's just this bottle or if this is just a thing in general, I got a lot of air bubbles and a lot of different manicures. So, and it can be overworked. Like, this is kind of a picky top coat. You can't do too many strokes. You can't work with it too much or it starts to get angry and you do start to get a lot more air bubbles. It is a thick top coat, but it's not like a super thick top coat. I've definitely tried thicker, like Setch and HK Girl are much thicker than this one. So you don't get quite as much of a gel-like finish from it because it's not as thick. And also, because it's not as thick, it doesn't cover bad, uneven polish as nicely. There's so many times where I have a bad formula and I can use a thick polish or a thick top coat like HK or Setch, and it covers so nicely and it doesn't even look like a bad one because it gives such a nice thick coating and even coating. But from what I've experienced, this Butter London top coat doesn't do that. It evens it out somewhat, but for the most part, if it's a bad formula, your manicure doesn't look as nice. It still looks kind of uneven and still looks kind of blah. Now, to other people who aren't like nail polish crazy, they probably wouldn't be able to tell the difference quite as much. But for me, I tell a difference and it makes me feel a lot less happy about my manicure. My overall thoughts on this top coat. It's good if you don't like nail art and you have good polishes. Again, those types of polishes, it holds really well. Like that last mani I did, well, it was a couple manis ago now, with the blue Bonita. I'll put up a picture. In this picture, I used this top coat and it did amazing because I didn't do nail art, and the polish underneath it was good. It was a good formula. And so this did a good job of really just covering that nail and making it look nice and keeping it very long wearing. But again, there was another mani that I did. I'll post a picture here with some glitter and an orange polish. And that one, I have tons of air bubbles, especially over the nails that had glitter. And that wasn't the best formula of a polish, and it didn't cover it as smoothly and as nicely as I wanted it to. Oh, and one other con I forgot to mention is that it's expensive. It's a high-end, expensive top coat, especially now with the newer one they're coming out with. And I feel like there's a lot of other top coats that are comparable or better than this for like a quarter, half of the price. So because of those cons, like, I personally don't feel like you should get it. I feel that there's a lot of other top coats that are out there that are better to get. But again, if you like having high-end polishes and you don't do a lot of nail art, then this I think would be a very good top coat to use. But for me, for how often I change my polish and for how much nail art I like to do, I don't grab this one a lot because again, I'm only grabbing it for manis where I'm not using nail art, which isn't very often. So that's all I've got to say for this. If any of you have tried it, I would really like to know if you experienced the air bubbles problem as well, or what the pros and cons are that you think of it, just to kind of see what other people think of this polish, or this, I keep saying polish, this top coat, because I haven't seen a ton of reviews on this top coat myself. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up if you like Battle of the Top Coats and you want me to continue doing them. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Don't forget to subscribe, follow me on Instagram. I post tons of pictures on there, so please make sure you do that. I'm also thinking about getting Snapchat. I know a lot of people use it. I've never personally even looked at it, so I don't even know what it is. But I am thinking about getting it, so we'll see. Anyway, though, like I said, I hope you guys are having a great day. And until next time, peace, love, and polish. Bye.